Hello guys, I'm Madeline, welcome back to my channel. Today I will show you how to create these materials for the spaceship. Let's get started. Now I already got this spaceship ready with no materials, not as in the thumbnails. I will just create a material, and for the first part we are gonna start with one color, but I've already decided on one color scheme. I will leave the link to Adobe color wheel in the description, and there you can choose your color scheme as you may like. Not every color scheme it's good, let's say for our purpose, for the spaceship, but this color scheme looks good. So I will start with the red. I will go to base color, hex, and I will paste the code of the color here. Now we have just the basic color. Next, we are gonna need some scratches on the edges for the model. So I'm gonna bring on geometry node, and I'm gonna choose to show the pointness. Getting to render, I'm gonna hide the outlines. Going to converter, color ramp, and for the black value I will go to 0.51. Now we need to clamp these colors, and this white will be 0.503. Sorry, 0.53. Maybe you can go higher, 5.5, 5.2. Looks good. Black 0.03, 0.5. I'm gonna go with 0.9. That's fine. So in the middle here we are not showing up too much. Now the next part, we go to convert map. We choose a map node. We bring in a texture, a mouse grave texture, and we plug it in here, the other way, and we choose multiply. We are going for a scale of 14, detail 6, let's say, dimension 0.2, and lacunacy 1.6. Now for the mouse grave, I will press Ctrl T to bring the mapping nodes and change it to object. Now it's all even throughout the edges, so I'm gonna bring another map node. I'm gonna change it to subtract. I'm gonna bring a noise texture, plug in the factor in the second value, and I will just copy the color ramp from the pointness. Now let's have a look. Now that's a little variety into the edge, as you can see. Now to properly use these nodes that we just created, let me get them organized. I will duplicate the principal BSDF, go with a white color, and roughness 0, metallic, also metallic for the first one. Bring in a mix shader, plug the value from the map node into the factor, and I'm gonna take the principal BSDF to here and this to here. Now we are having some breaks on the edges, maybe a little less roughness for the moment. Now more to do. I get a nice texture, go for a scale of 80, bring in a bump node, plug the factor to height, and normal to the second BSDF. Now they are more visible with some bumps, not just even. I will go for 0.5 for the strength. And the second thing to do, because this surface is too clean, I already looked for some textures. I got here, this is a pack of 3 textures from Emil Scriver on the ArtStation. I will leave the link down in the description. I already downloaded the texture. I get an image texture. I go for the textures, and I will select, let's say, water stains 8. That's already set it as a non-color, and plug it into the roughness. Ctrl T again, so I can map them properly. And they are too contrasty for the moment, like it's going too much. I'll bring in a color ramp, and the black value I'll leave it more grayish, something like that. Let's create some space. Now it's all even also with this texture, so I will bring a mix RGB node. I will copy the color from here, go for screen, and bring another noise texture, and the factor will be plugged into the factor. So now the surface it's breaking in some parts. I can bring a color ramp. Let's get some space in here for better visualizing. This should be all the way black. Now I'll get it more like this. So now let's check the texture. That's the texture, it's varying. Now that's the first material, it's finished with it. Let me organize better the nodes. I will name it red. I will choose this one. I will copy the material, and now I will go for the second color, which is gonna be this dark yellow, like goldish. Go into hex and paste the code, and that's pretty much it. I will name it gold. It's a tinted gold. Now let's go for the third color. So I will make a copy, and for this part it's gonna be the light red, the lighter red. So paste the code in here. Now I have the color, name it light red, and one more color to bring in for the metallic parts. I'm gonna go with red. This one should be blue. Bule. So I'm gonna take this blue, paste the code, and that's it. Now let's assign every material to its own panel. So we are going with red here. Let me enable the overlay, it's better. I will know what I'm clicking. This should be red. This one I'm gonna go with the light red, and also for this one red again, Here I will put the yellow color, red. Here I'm gonna have the blue color with the gold, and for the rest of the parts here will be the normal red. Here again I put the blue. For the wings I'm going with red. This part's light red, and for this gold would be good. Also for here, like just copying. I cannot put too many colors in one part, like in one object. So wings are gonna be gold, blue, red, light red, and every other color that pass into my mind. Blue here and gold here. Now for the vents I'm gonna do the same. This part would be in a gold color. Here we are going with light red, the normal red, again some gold, or maybe gold, normal red and lighter red for a better accent. Now the good thing with this red and light red, I can separate these parts even though they are like going smooth. For that material light red, this I'm gonna put the blue color. It is just gold and red, and light red here, blue with gold, and the normal red. Here I will go with the lighter red, blue, and gold. Here again I put the gold, red, and again let's go with blue, and the same here. For this plates I'll go with the light red. It's all easier when you have the namings, even though you can see the colors. You are having a preview of the colors. Red here, and for this one gold. Now let's get to the other materials, because it's not everything. Not every object is having materials. For this one I'm going all the way metallic, and to profit bring in another texture, image texture. I'm going with scratches 12. It's already non-color, that's a good thing. And go into the roughness. Ctrl T, get it to texture coordinate objects. Let's name it metal. Every single plane is metal, but they have different naming. So this is the first name that got into my mind. Metal here, and for the engines, the last parts with metal. Okay, the metal parts are finished. Let's go with the interior. Now I will have to create some other materials because they are not metal like. So I will enable sheen, and I will take this shade. For this name, let's go with interior red. Straight to the point. And interior gold, because this one will go like this. Base color, and paste the code. This one should be the same. not too many details on here. Alt H to unhide. So now let's go with the glass material. I will name it glass. Get it all white. Roughness 0 for the moment. Transmission all the way up. And bring, I'm gonna bring a texture. Smudges 02. Okay. Roughness. Control T again, so it's all mapped properly. Now with the glass shader it's a little bit strange. The shader is broken, like it's not letting too much light pass through. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a mix shader and bring a transparent BSDF. Get a transparent BSDF into the second slot. Now bring a light path and choose its shadow ray for the factor. As you can see now it's a little bit better. That's the glass. Let's set it also here. So we are having to set the color, the material for cables. I'm gonna hide every other mesh because the cables are all in separate mesh. I will name it cables. Now I'm gonna bring a converter color ramp, go with constant, bring object info random into the factor and connect it to base color for the principal BSD. Now the black will be again grayish, because in real life nothing is all the way black. And I'm gonna choose two colors from here. Let's go with this red, and the second color will be this. Now I'm gonna hide also the camera. Now I'm gonna select all the objects, Control L, link materials. Now they have an automatic randomness. I don't have to create three separate materials and choose for each of the cable which material it's taking. Let's unhide again everything. And for the vents, I usually go with the same cables material because most of the time it's picking that gray color, that dark gray. And for the last part, the ship needs to have some light, so I will name this material lights, and this color should be fine. So I will paste the code in here, or maybe I don't need the principal BSD for this thing. I will get it more simpler with this and plug it into the surface. Now the strength maybe 35 lights. Okay, here are the last parts with lights, and one more here. Now let's have a look. I'll go to layout, go into camera. So that's the final result. It's looking pretty good with all these textures. Now if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to see more coming. And if you wanna see how I created this spaceship, how I modeled it, I will leave here the playlist with the whole process. Thank you, bye.